Congressman Stephen Horser is a great friend and an incredible leader of the Congressional Black Caucus. Where is he? Well, he's going to keep playing all his cards every day. So is Danny Titus. We're Congressman Titus. Senator Jackie. Oh, let's be clear. We need to re-elect Jackie. I'll start with a simple message. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. You all are the reason why I'm President of the United States of America. You're leaving Kamala Harris as historic Vice President. Everything that made America was at risk. I think people thought that maybe I was being hyperbolic about that. They say, Joe, what do you mean our democracy is at risk? What do you mean we're in the battle for the soul of America? Well, they may not understand, but the people understood it. They don't say that anymore. Just think back to the mess Donald Trump left this country in. The pandemic was raging. The economy was reeling. Look how far we've come because of you. We vaccinated Americans get through a pandemic. We created a record 15 million new jobs. 285,000 new jobs. Black small businesses are starting up at a fast rate of any time in 30 years. Starting up at the fastest rate in over a decade. We passed the American Rescue Plan, which put $1,400 in people's pockets. We got a $300 check per child per family per month for hardworking families. Over 300,000. Over 380,000 families without benefits. Our friends on the other side wiped it out. You know, nationwide, that's the thousands of dollars that people put in their pockets to be able to get through a crisis, That cut black child poverty in half. Cut Latino child poverty by 43%. And it cut indigenous child poverty by half as well. We know, we have a lot more to do. Not everyone's feeling the benefits of our investments in progress yet. But inflation is now lower in America than any other major economy in the world. In a recent week, we're seeing real evidence that the American consumers are feeling real confidence in the economy that we're beginning to build. The recent Washington Post headline said, and I quote, falling inflation and rising growth gives U.S. the world's best recovery. Let me tell you something else. Who was noticing this? Strange things he said. He recently said, when there's a crash, I hope it's in the next 12 months. Isn't that wonderful? The former president of Bruce for a crash? It's unbelievable. It's un-American. How can anyone, especially a former president, wish for an economic crash that would devastate millions of Americans? By the way, pause for a minute. How many times you hear when I first got elected president, my policy would bring recession? Every month. I'm not saying it anymore. What it really means. Donald Trump knows the economy we build is strong and getting stronger. He knows that while it's good for America, it's bad for him politically. Trump also said, the one president he doesn't want to be like was Herbert Hoover. Donald, I got bad news for you, pal. It's too late. Credit for American history. You and Herbert Hoover, who left office, is fewer job than when you took office. Herbert Hoover, yes. Donald Herbert Hoover Trump. I've been working my whole career as a senator along back to my old buddy Harry Reid and others, trying to get big pharma and the pharmaceutical companies to start to play no level. I've had to beat them. They change and charge extraordinary prices, charging more for prescription drugs here in America than anywhere else in the entire world, paid by the same drug company. You have a prescription for anything, take it to a local drugstore. I promise you, if I put you on a plane and took you to Toronto or Paris or Berlin or anywhere in Europe, you can buy that same drug, that same prescription, somewhere you can pay that price. We said we beat them, and we did. $35 a month, for instance, for seniors on diabetes instead of $400 a month or more. The cost of prescription drugs at $2,000 a year for seniors, even for expensive drugs like cancer drugs that cost $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 a year. Because of the progress we're making so far, 143,000 Nevadans will begin to save an average of $434 a year. I'm just getting started. Thousands of dollars, they save taxpayers billions of dollars. You know, Medicare pays for these drugs that go out there being overcharged. Guess what it's saving the American taxpayer, what we've done so far? $160 billion. Let me have to trade Medicare. The Republicans say they're concerned about the deficit. Give me a break. Give me a break. We tried to make it $35 a month for everyone, not just seniors, but Republicans blocked us. And with your vote in 2024, we're going to make it happen for everyone in America. That will reduce the deficit even more. Look, I promised we'd help eliminate the accumulated student debt. It's carried through the economic pandemic and beyond. The Supreme Court of the United States blocked me, but they didn't stop me. They helped more than 3,700,000 people with $130 billion of relief in county. There were several existing programs that the bureaucracy wasn't pushing, including one called public serving, like teaching. I fixed the program to deliver relief for public service teachers, nurses. Guess what? Some of you are getting notices right now. You're going to get notices. This time you're not. I think God what He said. My name on the fire. $1,000 But guess what? It's not only a good thing. It drove the economy. It's not costly. Guess what? We were able to eliminate that. How many of you have had student debt eliminated? Well, some of you had student debt eliminated. Well, guess what? It changes everything. You're able to go out and buy your first home. You're able to go out and buy your first automobile, maybe. You're able to go out and see to it that you have an opportunity to do that business you wanted. I kept my promise as well to appoint the first black woman in the United States. By the way, she's smarter than the rest of these guys. By the way, I've appointed more black women to the federal courts of appeal than every other president in American history combined. Although Republican senator from the state of Illinois, I've got 175 federal judges confirmed. 2/3 of them are people of color. Holy shepherd, I also said when I got elected, I made a promise. I was going to have an American administration that looked like America. I had more women in my cabinet than men. And by the way, I make no apologies for being the most president. I also said that I asked the Treasury Department to do a study with raising the wages of union members. So I fought like hell that happened. And unions are more popular now than they've been in generations. I said, well, what's the effect of that? It raises everybody's wages. Everything raises. Because guess what? When you're making more money for the job you do, you're the best workers in the game. You're the best workers in the world. Look, remember those little computer chips that we invented those stuff? About the size of the end of a fingertip? Guess what? You need 300 of them to build a little automobile. You need it for cell phone. You need it for all kinds of things. And we had lost them. We had lost that money. So I got on the plane and I flew to South Korea. There's 1 million people in South Korea. Well, they are a major manufacturer of chips. I sat down with the president and with Samsung. I said, come and invest in America. Because guess what? We now have $50 billion coming to America. So, the buildings all fast, factories. They're great big, look like gigantic football fields underneath a roof. Guess what? You know what the average salary is? You don't need a college degree. $112,000 a year. Thanks to what we call the bipartisan infrastructure laws, a fancy way of saying we're building a hell of a lot. There are over 40,000 projects underway. Remember, the last president kept talking about infrastructure week. They did infrastructure week for 4 years, didn't do a damn thing. I'm serious. But guess what? We're doing a heck of a lot. In the state of Nevada, it's the work of $3 billion for the nation's first high-speed rail line. From Las Vegas to Los Angeles in 2 hours by train instead of 4 hours by car. It will take 3 million vehicles off the road, helping the air quality. And it's going to create 35,000 jobs during construction, 10,000 union jobs building trades, carpenters, electricians, iron workers, laborers, and more. Generating significant economic growth from Nevada to California. That includes transforming California with another high-speed rail line coming down from the south, going through the central part of the state. Guess what? That's going to go 220 miles. Things are changing, folks. We have to get to the rest of the world. We're the best, we're the most innovative country in the world. No, I'm serious. Think about it. Look, just like Franklin Roosevelt signed the Rural Electrification Act back in the 30s, he provided electricity for every home and farm because it was necessary. Electricity was a new need, and rural areas and poor folks couldn't afford it. So he signed the Rural Electrification. Well, we're bringing high-speed internet everywhere in America. Of electricity was then. And so far, that includes nearly 270,000 households across Nevada are paying less than $30 a month now for internet, instead of 2 to 3 times that amount. So children can do their homework, businesses are able to thrive, farmers and ranchers will know when the best time to sell their product is. And by the way, we're ripping out every poisonous lead pipe in America. So we're worrying about brain damage. And guess what? Creating thousands of good union jobs. In one state, I don't have to talk about gun violence in this year. I've been hearing the tragic times that occurred here in this state. We passed the most significant gun safety law in decades. But I want to make clear to you, I will not stop until I once again ban assault weapons. I did it once around the Senate, and I will do it again. Look, we're saving the planet with the most significant investments in climate change ever, anywhere, anytime, in the whole entire history of the world. That includes, just in your state, an investment of $12 billion in clean energy. Electric vehicles, batteries, more, creating tens of thousands of jobs and generating significant growth. I signed into law a thing called the Factba. One of the most significant laws helping veterans expose to toxic materials in their families. It matters. There's so much more we're doing that we can do for these folks. I've been saying for a long time. No. America has many obligations, but only one sacred obligation. To equip those we send into harm's way and to care for them and their families when they come home. So when I introduced this legislation, on my Republican colleagues made sure they vote for it. But guess what? I also included my generation, Agent Orange. How many people of the Vietnam generation at Agent Orange come down upon their heads? They couldn't prove without a doubt it was ever their alma mater because of Agent Orange. Well, guess what? But it should have been what it is now, the same way with burn pits. Burn pits out there, when they burn it, these pits are of size of a football field, 10 feet deep, 40 yards wide, almost 100 yards long. And guess what? They burn everything in there, from jet fuel, body, everything, all contaminated waste. And it generates, just like you saw what happened in the 9/11 firefighters. They all came out with cancer. Many of them smoked everything. The same thing happened. Matter of fact, I had a son drink pills. He should be. Guess what? He volunteered. Attorney General gave up his active opportunity. He said, I'm going for my national guard because they were going to go to Iraq. He spent a year. I was in and out of Iraq, Afghanistan, over 19 times. And his hooch, where he slept, was normally about 200 yards, maybe more, maybe 400 yards from where he slept. Breathing in that air from him. She came home with stage 4 glioblastoma, brain cancer. There's no cure for it. And he died. He died. The idea that he'd have to prove because of that is bizarre. And guess what? Now, anyone who's exposed to these burn pits, anyone who can demonstrate they were there, can come down with disease. It's coming. People that pass away, their children are entitled to education benefits and the other benefits they would have been they didn't have. So folks, look, the same way as I said with Agent Orange. Now imagine right now. No, this is the guy who when he was in France. And when they asked him to go to an American cemetery where Americans were buried, you know what he said? He said those folk buried in that cemetery were suckers and losers. Suckers and losers, guys. That's the. I'm glad I wasn't there. No, I'm serious. I shouldn't say that. But I'm glad I wasn't there. call my son and your sons and daughters who gave their lives for this country, suffering removals. That's how this guy thinks. Who the hell does he think he is? After a recent deadly shooting in Perry, Iowa, where 2 kids were killed, a 6th grader and a school principal, what did Trump say? Live long. He said, they've got to get over it. They've got to get over it. Now Trump is getting by the way you all know, right? I mean, think about it. Think about it. This guy can have a problem. This guy's saying, MAGA Republican friends want to repeal the historic climate legislation here. And get this, 100,000 Nevadans will get health care this year. We need 40. More than 60 times, Trump and his MAGA Republican friends are promising to get rid of the Affordable Act again. By the way, it's the only reason why people all over this country have the protections for basic condition. Seniors here in Nevada and all across America should know this. Trump and his MAGA friends are determined to take away the $35 a month estimate and go for $2,000 cap on prescription drugs. How many of you believe the tax system is fair? Raise your hand. And even those of you doing well. We made progress making sure the biggest corporations pay their fair share by paying a minimum of 15%. Just 15%. That paid for all the programs I'm talking about. We did that, and we still cut the deficit $7 billion. But guess what? Trump passed last time out a $2 trillion tax cut, overwhelmingly benefiting the very wealthy and big corporations that expanded the federal debt significantly. And now, instead of protecting Social Security and Medicare like I am, Trump and his MAGA friends want to give another multi-million-dollar tax cut to the super wealthy and the biggest corporations. Look, I'm not anti-corporate. I'm not anti-corporation. I come from the corporate state of the world. Seriously, more corporations in my state, as you know, than every other state in the nation combined. But they got to pay their fair share. Pandemic, there were 748 million. We're up to 750 billionaires. Now they're 1,000. You know what their average tax rate they paid the federal tax rate? 8.2%. Anybody who can change that tax rate? Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. If in fact they paid their fair share over the next 10 years, $400 billion in new income. We can take care of all these problems. We could have daycare for all kids. We could increase economic growth even more, etc. Trump and his MAGA friends are determined to take away that opportunity. But I'm going to, you re-elect me, and I tell you what, man, hang on to taxes. And I promise, not anybody making less than $400,000 will have 1 penny of federal taxes raised. I kept that promise in the beginning, and I will not break it again. Some of his MAGA friends are determined to take away your fundamental freedoms. Your voting rights are under attack. Where you can register, how you can register, when you have to register, whether there's mail-in ballot, all the stuff they want to do to change the law. And now Trump is bragging about having overturned another basic freedom, Roe v. Wade. He's on television and is that saying, I did this in the Supreme Court that I appointed. God love him. Roe v. Wade is taking away a woman's right to choose. And by the way, now they're planning a national ban on the right to choose. They made it clear. Neither Republicans try to pass a national ban on the right to choose, I will beat them. Trump is doing an incredible job going on in the country making this case. And here's the deal, folks. Here's the deal. The idea, if in fact you do what I hope you will do, get more registered people, more people who are registered to vote, you turn it down in the general election, elect all the Democratic congressmen and senators all across the country, give me a Senate and House, I'm going to bring back Roe v. Wade. I love how Trump is now saying Biden's for abortion on demand. Not true. That's not what Roe v. Wade said. It said the 3 trimesters. Not a word. Let me close with this. Look, Trump is MAGA friends are dividing us, not uniting us. Dragging us back to the past, not leading us to the future. Refusing to accept the results of a general election. And seeking, as Trump says, to terminate, his words, terminate elements of the U.S. Constitution. And you tell me that democracy is not at risk? Embracing political violence. Never, since the Civil War, has any president engaged in or said political violence is ever appropriate. Political violence in America. Calling January 6th insurrections, you know what he called it? People pled guilty. You know, right after I was elected, I went to what they call G7 meeting, all the NATO leaders. I was in South and I sat down and I said, America's bad. And Mitterrand, Germany, France looked at me and said, you know, how long are you back? And I looked at him, and the Chancellor of Germany said, what would you do the same, President? He picked up the paper tomorrow in the London Times. And the London Times said, 1,000 people break through the House of Commons, break down the doors, 2 bodies are killed in order to stop election. What would you say? I never thought about it from that perspective. What would we say if that happened in the democracy around the world? And the whole world watched. The whole world watched. And what's going on? Well, guess what? It's not going to happen. You know what's going to happen. He's going to lose. You know, this guy, he calls immigrants vermin, poison the blood of man. It's hard to make this up. He said, they threaten our very democracy. He said, folks, we must make clear where we stand. We have to make sure we stand for the truth and will defeat the lies. We must make it clear to an American, just like all of you do in Nevada, we still believe in honest, decency, dignity, respect. Folks, get him, Joe! Well, you're right. The last Joe! There's not much of a choice. Look, we're the most unique nation in the history of the world. And that sounds like hyperbole. Americans beating the chest. We are. We're the only nation in the world built on an ID. Every other nation is built based on ethnicity, religion, or other common traits. The only thing we're built is we hold these truths to be self-evident. But all women and men are created, doubt whether they're created themselves. We've never fully lived up to it. We've never walked away from it. We leave nobody behind. We believe everyone deserves a fair shot, just a fair shot. My dad used to say, and he said, my dad was a well-read guy, didn't get to go to college, and we'd have a conversation, about me, and he'd look at me and say, many times, Joe, remember, a job is about a lot more than a paycheck. It's about your dignity. It's about respect. It's about your place in the community. It's about being able to look your child in the eyes and say, honey, it's going to be okay. Amen. We don't get 80 safe harbor. We believe in that. We know what the stakes are. We must keep the White House and keep the Senate by re-electing Jackie Rose. Folks, we have to win. We have to win back House of Representatives. Win up and down the ticket. State level. That's why we have to get more people to register to vote after this primary. To do that in the primary. Anybody wondering, tell them where they vote. Go to iwillvote.com. And here in Nevada alone, you're getting exactly where you vote. We have to organize, mobilize, vote. When we do that, we'll be able to look back and say something a few generations ever been able to say. When American democracy is at risk, like it is now, you all save it. You just have to remember who we are. We're the United States of America. There's nothing beyond our capacity to react together. The only nation in the world is around every place is stronger than we went in. And that's what we're going to do again. May God bless you all and God protect us.